Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ray Fay, and welcome back to the channel. And I got a good one today. Holy cow! My Nemesis Retaliation Kickstarter finally showed up at my house, and I've got to get this thing opened up. I got to show you this because I got to get this thing to the table and get it played. I am excited about this one. Nemesis Lockdown are two of my favorite games. I love playing them. I'll never turn them down. And I have been waiting for this third one for so long now. I am so excited it's here. I pulled it out of the main box already. I will show you what it looked like in all the packaging and everything else as well. But then we'll open up all this individually. So let's get down to the table. Let's get all of this stuff unboxed. All right, and let's have some fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Nemesis Retaliation. I love Nemesis, and this has been, oh man, I've been waiting for this for so long. My box just finally showed up. So let's get this thing opened up. Let's see what's on the inside. And I will try not to bump my camera too much because I will tell you what, I don't have a whole lot of room right here. Okay. Now, the box did get beat up a little bit in shipping. I don't know whose fault that was. So hopefully nothing on the inside will be ruined. But let's find out. Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, I have the other two versions of Nemesis, but man, I'll tell you, when they went to this version and came out with the individual tiles where they're changing the map layout and everything else, I was just so excited about that. Okay, so let's see. Let's get this folded down. We got this one folded down. And what are we going to get inside? Okay, we got a nice little foam piece. Now, I think I got pretty much everything for this, maybe plus a couple other things. Well, not everything, because I think there was some of the miniature stuff I didn't get. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a nice little letter from Nemesis or the Awakened Realms on this one. I know they always do this for their Kickstarter backers, which is always really nice. Okay, welcome aboard, Marine. So there's always a cool little letter. I absolutely love it. Comes in a little envelope. Just that little extra touch that they do. So, which is actually really nice. Now, we also have the Nemesis Retaliation Support Squad expansion. All right. So I'm looking forward to that one. We'll get that one opened up. What else we got? The Nemesis acrylic pack. Now, this is going to be for the core game of Nemesis. I never got the acrylic pack for it. So I ordered this one. So I'm excited to get that. Now, we're also going to have the Lockdown acrylics pack because I didn't get the one for that one either. So I got to have my acrylics packs. I love my acrylics packs. Now, we got the Nemesis Retaliation acrylic token stretch goals. All right, so this is going to be the acrylic stretch goals for for this one. And there we go. There's my Retaliation acrylic tokens. I figured I bought it for this one. I'm going to go ahead and get it for the others as well. So there you go for that. Okay. Now it looks like I also went ahead and ordered all the sleeves for this one. I've sleeved all my other ones. I might as well sleeve this one, right? So there you go. So I've got all the sleeves for this. Okay. And let's see. So it looks like some stuff did get jostled around in here. So let's see what we have. Hopefully nothing's too bad. Okay, so here is the stretch goals box. Making sure we can still see everything in there. All right, I'm really excited to take a look at some of the miniatures and see what's inside of this guy. Okay, we're going to have the main Retaliation box. Okay, so there's your main box. Looks like it did not get damaged at all. So I'm excited about that. Let's put that off to the side. What else do we have in here? Oh, wow. Looks like we have even more sleeves and some even more sleeves. I got sleeves. Oh my gosh, like crazy. More sleeves. What do we have here? And then this is going to be, looks like we're going to have some tokens. Looks like this is the Untold Stories number 4 and the cards and stuff that are going to go with that. Okay, put that off to the side. And let's see, make sure there's nothing else under the box. Although I think they quit putting stuff under the box after one of their first couple Kickstarters. All right. So what are we going to have here? Let's get all this back in here. We have the Nemesis Retaliation core box. We're going to open that. We're going to open up our stretch goals box. Okay, we got our acrylics packs for Lockdown and for Nemesis. We'll probably not unlock those and unbox this one and this one. We'll do a separate one for those for their relay game. We got the token pack, acrylic token pack. We'll open that one. The support squad expansion. We'll open that one. And then there's some acrylic tokens. And of course, all the massive piles of sleeves. We're not going to worry about opening up all sleeves. You guys seen sleeves, and we're going to look at that. Whew, there you go. This is going to be a fun journey, folks. So sit back and let's have some fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is probably the game that I have been waiting for the most this year. I don't know why. I just love Nemesis so much. It is so much fun. I don't know. I played so much Space Hulk, and I'm used to the Alien style games that this just fits right up my alley for that. All right, so there's the back of the box. I kind of want to show you that before we get everything opened up. But I want to get the plastic off of this thing so you can see it a little bit better and get a better view of everything that's going on. Now, as it states here, this is the third epic installment in this one here. We got 1 to 5 players. I don't know if I would play the game with 5 players. I can't say I've ever played with more than 4, and 4 can be kind of long. But I don't know. I would. I'll tell you what, I know I would. I just love the game so much. But, okay. So let's see. Do we have a time on here? Do we have an age on here? I'm not seeing anything on this side of the box right now other than the 1 to 5 players. But there you go. 14 and up, 60 minutes per player. And like I said, 1 to 5 players. All right. Will your retaliation be enough against the ultimate horror? Now, inside this box, I'll tell you what, I don't know if we'll hit everything, but it's 50. There's high quality miniatures in here. There's 350 plus cards, 5 double layer character boards, 60 plus cardboard tiles, and over 200 plus components. I'll tell you one thing they do in this box is they fill it. And as you can see, we got a little bit of lid lift, so we'll see if we still have that when we're all done. But look at that. Take a look at that artwork right there. Oh, man. Okay. I am excited to get this thing open up and look at it. So first thing we're going to get right up on the very top, and I'm going to move these out of the way, they're kind of sliding around, is we're going to get our rule book. Okay. Now, our rule book, 40 pages, going to be a nice heavy one. All right, and I'll see if I can get everything in here for you, or try to keep everything in here for you. Really good table of contents. Okay, here's a list of all the different cards you're going to get. All right, all your main components, markers, tokens, your standees and models, depends on what version you have. Okay. See the introduction, game end overview. There you go, and there's your setup. Boy, just look how that board is set up. That's kind of really cool looking. Really unique. Got your player setup. And I haven't looked at a lot of this game. I know the basis of the game when it first came out, but I haven't been watching a lot of stuff just because I want to experience so much of this on my own. Your game around structure. Okay. Detailed rules. Your health, weapons, how your map's going together. Okay. I'm really curious to see how if they do anything with the lighting, because I know the lighting in Lockdown was one of the main things I really like that. Here's some character movement examples. Your items. All right, here are different intruders. See how I'm curious how they're going to change that up between this one and the other ones. The queen, who's always a pest and always a pain. Got the contamination cards. Ooh, a little robot. And there's your end of the game. The nice thing is they went away from the 10 by 10 rule book too and kind of more to this regular size one. That I will say I do like. Okay, but let's pull these back in here. And I think we got all these in the screen, I'm hoping. But here's going to be your room help sheet. It's going to tell you your basics of your rooms. Okay. And on the back side, there's another one. And these are probably about the 10 or 11 inch by 11 inch, whatever they are. Here's your game terms. We got some objectives help sheet right here. And on the back of this, we're going to have some more game terms. All right. And it looks like maybe some of the different cards or contamination, experimental subject shutdown. Yeah, little cards or something there. All right, now we're going to get a whole list of tiles. And this was what was causing the lid lift. But as you can see, everything is flush down here. So let's slide this off to the side and let's go through all of this. Actually, you know what? I might just leave this up here. That way I don't got to bend over quite so much. Okay, let's get this sheet off. And I do want to see what is inside of these. Okay, and there it looks like there is a bunch of these tile sheets as well. So I'm excited to see all the different rooms, how they're going to lay out. The corridors, that's one of the things that I'm really excited about is how those corridors lay out. Okay, so let's get that off of there. Now, what do we have? This looks like it's going to be the Queen is Alive board. Now, this is just a thin, okay, kind of a little thin plasticky sheet. Resolve in a corridor if the Queen in a bag development, resolve in a room. And the Queen is dead, what we're going to do there. So, okay, little thin sheet there. Now, looks like we're going to have our corridors. These are probably your number ones. They all have numbers on them associated again, so I'm pretty sure those numbers are going to come into play. And it looks like the punching of these is going to be just perfectly fine. Okay, now if we flip these over, we have our corridor zeros. And it looks like we're going to have, what are these, some ammo tokens it looks like. Okay, got little ammo slots on them, so we'll put those off to the side as well. All right, there you go. Slide him over there. We got some more rooms. Here's our corridors, not rooms. Looks like these might be for like grenades or something like that. Okay, some more backside zeros. More tokens on the backside there. Here's our 2s and 3 corridors. Not really sure what these ones are. All right, and there you go. Some of you guys probably already know all this. Okay, there's your 4s and 3s, some more here. Looks like maybe health, I'm thinking. Because I know there's been quite a few playthroughs of this game come out lately and everything else, which has been really nice. Okay, there's like your contractor. Okay, a little token board there. But I'm trying to punch a couple of these out for you. All right, so eggs in the nest, the queen health cards, your life support. All right, just that way we can make sure that everything still punches out really good. Couple tokens right there. And there you go. There's the backside of all of that. Now, we're going to get to our regular tokens. And I know I'm going to have the acrylics that are going to replace hopefully all of these. Because here's some queens, your adults, your larvas, and this is what you're looking at on the back of them. Okay, looks like, oh, see that even came out suffocating, whatever that tile is for. This is going to be your room tiles. All right, and as you can see, they come out pretty good. Punch, no problem at all. We got your A's and we got some B's. All right, these look like some sort of air chamber or something like that. All right, but you can see the back side of all of those. Well, this is going to be fun punching and getting this thing back in this box. We got some C tiles and then a couple question mark tiles. So it must be the further out you go. Okay, there's your C. Then it's going to show you, you choose your A's, B's, and C's. I don't know how far out they go, but anti-aircraft. All right, there's inactive and not active. And see, these tiles are just actually falling out of these boards as I move them off to the side. Okay, more little question mark ones. Looks like these are going to be your eggs. Looks like we got is that a little platypus in space? There's the backside. That's probably your first player token. The security rooms. There you go. Undiscovered hibernatorium. All right. There you go. So we got to have that. Okay, so much. There is so much to unpack in this game. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, and this is probably our start tile. Let's pull this guy out. I want to take a look at this. Okay, so we're going to have, these are going to be our doors. And you know, I have all the doors from the original one, so chances are I can probably use those in this one here, hopefully. But there you go. There is the hibernatorium. That's how everything's going to start off right there. Okay. I like that. I like the starting tile. I like that's where it's going to all come from. Now, what do we have here? We have, looks like an escape shuttle. Let's see. These all just kind of want to come out too. So everything just, as you can see, everything just kind of is going to hook together really nice. So this is probably looks like the outer border, and then we're going to hook the other pieces up to that because this is the same way. So this will probably fit right there, just kind of like right below on that. So there's your side. Okay. And look at that. That one's just totally, there's nothing left of that one right there. We'll just put him off to the side. So we got our little robot card that's going to go right here. Here's your life support and your A spot. There you go. Now, what do we have here? We're going to have, looks like all of our different characters. And as you can see, those just punch like there's no tomorrow. And it looks like we're going to have some turn dials, probably, for our health. Okay, that's cool. I do like these. Nice, heavy. What's on the backside? Nothing's on the backside of them. But there you go. We'll take a look at that quick artwork. We've got your medic support, your officer, combat engineer, heavy gun operator. I'm not sure what these symbols down here are, but I know those change up on every single one of them. So I'm excited to see how those come into play. All right, and that's going to be for all of our punch boards. Now, let's take a look at what is inside of this. Okay, so we'll get this first piece off, the lid off. All right, and I did not do the sun drop on this. I couldn't remember if I did or not. I mean, I can always wash my own miniatures anyway, so that's probably why I didn't do it. But let's take a look at what these little miniatures look like. So the ones in this little compartment right here, okay, and let's see, let's take a look at those, and they are just little teeny tiny guys. So we got a whole stack of them. Okay, we got 6 of them, but they're all going to go back in there. Looks like we're going to have our character round bases. So if you're familiar with any of the games of Nemesis, you know exactly how these are going to work. And these, the nice thing about these is they're rubbery, so they're not the hard plastic. Okay, so we'll just kind of put those back in there. The nice thing about this one, it's my copy of the game, so I can just kind of put it all back in and I'll deal with it all later. All right, so what do we have out of these ones? One of the things I will say about this one so far is I like the fact that the miniatures all seem to be a little on the smaller size. I always thought the other ones, the miniatures were just too big. I mean, I loved them, but they were just too big. But look at that. Okay, this is all they really need to be. Okay, and to me, this is perfect. We don't need miniatures that are 14 times this size or anything else. And okay, let's look at what these guys look like. Oh yeah, look at that guy. These miniatures look amazing. As always, Nemesis never lets us down. Awakened Realms never lets us down. I'm just going to pile them all in here. I'll organize them. I'll sort them later. More than likely, I'm going to be firing up my 3D printer and I'm going to be making an insert for these things anyways. Okay, but look at that guy right there. And that's what this whole bag is. So really all you need to do is see the one miniature of this. Now, as many miniatures in here, it almost looks like there might be more aliens are going to show up on the board in this version than the previous ones. Okay, and I actually wouldn't be opposed to that. That would actually be all right. I'd like to see more aliens show up out here rather than just, you know, one or two. I've played some games where, yeah, I mean, sometimes, man, you just get massively overwhelmed. And I've played other games where you almost never see anything. But there you go. These just look really good. I don't know if all these are close to the same, about the same. Some are the same. I don't know. I'm just showing you all of them. I'm just pulling one out of every bag and showing you. So they kind of look like it's the same model, just a little bit different. So, I mean, if all of these are just the adults, boy, that's actually really nice. Okay, so let's go through here and let's see what we got. We have the Queen. Look at her. Well, like I said, I'm assuming that's the Queen. But, oh, man, yep. Yep, she is nasty. Okay, and then down below, we got some of her little minions. All right. Boy, those miniatures look good. Okay, and I'm going to try to see those look like it's the same mold. I'm trying to give you an idea what each one of these molds look like. I don't know. I think all of these have been painted at some point in time, and they're out on BGG or something along those lines. So most people probably already seen them. Me, I haven't. I haven't paid that much attention. But there you go. These just look really, really good. Get this guy out of here. Okay, is he the same as the other ones? Nah, to me, they look just a little bit different. Okay, but let's come over here. Let's take a look at our characters. Hopefully that's focusing in okay. So there's so much going on. I can't see. I need my other set of glasses so I can see. Everything's blurry to me, so I can't really tell. But see, these look like some of the same character. The figures look basically a lot of the same, but just maybe different poses and stuff like that. I'm not really sure. But so yeah, I mean, if that was the case and you paint up your other ones, you could still use your other ones in this one. So, and I think they might actually have the rules so that way you can use the original ones in this game too. I know they did that with the previous one. I'm sure they would probably do it for this one as well. All right, and there you go. Okay, now looks like we're gonna have this must be our like a little rover, little robot, whatever it's gonna be. That's just totally cool looking. I absolutely love this guy. Okay, put him back in there. And this here is, oh, this might be our little robot person. I don't know. But that looks really cool too. Okay, so let's get him back in there as well. Now, let's take this and let's move him off to the side. But I'm going to put his lid back on so that way everything stays in there. Okay. Now, the deeper down we go, now we're going to get our character boards. And these are definitely multi-layer. Definitely got space where you can easily slide in your board. And it fits really good too. So, you know, it's not tight, but it does fit really good. Okay, you got your left-hand items. Looks like I got a tactical belt. What do we got here? Our health, our injured, heavily injured. That's going to be different the way that is. Okay, I do like this. Now here's your basic actions and everything else. Very nice. I like these boards. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3 of them here. All right, and let's put him back in there. And we should have 2 of them over here on this side, which we do. And I'm sure something's going to go right there. So let's get this out, put him off to the side. Now, what are we going to have? Now, it looks like we're going to have a nice little plastic tray. So this tray here, as you can see, we'll pull that lid off so you can see it better. I'm sure all of our tokens are going to go in there. So we'll get everything punched to put all back in there. And it just fits in here nicely and is going to cover up all of our cards. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? This is going to make it easier to do it like this. Let's take the lid off of this thing. Okay, let's put it off to the side. I'm just going to put it right here for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to, as we open these and I show you all of this stuff, okay, there's our malfunction tokens, same as before. All right, so no difference there. We're just going to drop them right inside where they're going to need to go. All right, just make it a little easier for me on me. Okay, these are going to be what our noise and our alert tokens. Okay, I like it. They all going to fit in one of those little trays. It looks like they are. Now, these I'm not going to take out because these are going to be for our little turn dials. I don't want to lose any of those, so we're going to hold on to those. We're going to keep them in a little bag and just shove them right there for now. All right. Now, this was before what we used for like our damage tokens. Wow, I actually can't seem to get that opened up. We also use them for our ammo, but it looks like we now have new ammo tokens, so we don't have to use these for ammo anymore. Maybe it's tracking health stats and stuff like that. But the same acrylic tokens that we've used before, very nice, so super high quality. And there's all of our fire tokens, same as before. Put those in there as well. Okay, got those down. Now what are we gonna have? And then we're gonna have a few of our dice. There you go. Okay, so it looks like this is gonna be maybe our combat dice. Curious to see how they change combat up in this one a little bit. All right, and then looks like we got some purple 6-sided dice, probably for maybe noise. This is what I would expect to be noise, but all right. Can we just put those off to the side for right now? Yes, we can. And then looks like we're gonna have some bases for some standees. I got some standee bases for something. Okay, and let's just kind of put those in there for right now. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with those. So, okay, so that is gonna take care of all of that for now. And there you go. As you can see, everything's pretty much in that tray. Fits good. Now, looks like we're going to have our one little marker token. Okay, that might be for tracking our rounds. All right, that's what we've done before with them. Looks like I have another standee base right down here as well. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to have here. All right, let's open this up and see what we have. Oh, this is going to be for reading to see whether we're infected or not. Yep, definitely important to keep that down there. Put all this stuff off to the side. Now, we're going to have our tray. All right, so this is going to be player 1. You're always going to have that, so that's going to be the back to your opponents. Card's going to slide in there, and you're going to put your board on there. So it looks like they made these a little bit smaller as well, which I do like. And they're just going to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this little slot right here. Just got to make sure that they're all going to fit down in there tight. And there's probably this little game puzzly way of getting them in there, so that way they all sit tight. Okay. All right. Now we're going to have our Nemesis bag. This looks like about the same bag we've seen before. It's got a little bottom pouch on it so it can stand up. Very cool. We'll shove him right back down in there. All right. And what do we have here? We have all of our cards, and we have all kinds of places where I can put them. So we're just going to kind of thumb through these cards really fast. We do have a lot of stuff still to go through. Some of the stuff I think is going to go through pretty quick. This is the main part of the game that's going to take a long time, but we got our mission objectives, and like I said, here's your player count, whatnot. I'm just going to go through these really fast. Hit the pause button. Let's see what's on the back of these. Yeah, hit the pause button if you want to look at them a little bit closer. Yeah, so remove other objects from the game to progress. Are these all the same? Mission tasks must be fulfilled. See, these all look the same. All right. Let's see, automotive. But yeah, some of these all look the same, just a little bit different. Oh, the number of, there we go. This looks a little bit different down here. Hostile takeover. Like I said, I'm going to thumb through these really fast. There's a lot to go through here. Here's some mission tasks. Okay. And there you go. Here's your helper card. So your player 1, there's the back for when you pass, what you're going to do. So you're going to have your 5 cards for that. All right. Looks like we're going to have our pick officer card. So these are going to be your character draft cards. All right. So you're going to have your 5 of those. These, now place a room of the question mark type. So it looks like for when you're going through stuff. So this is your exploration cards. So when you explore, it looks like you have to draw a card, and it's going to tell you what to do. I'm excited about this. Now, I don't know if this is for normal mode or if this is for solo mode or what you're going to do. I don't know. The solo mode is the one thing I will say about this. And the co-op mode. I'm really curious as to how that's going to play out, because I do like playing this game co-op, and definitely love playing it solo. But I find it actually plays better semi-co-op. But then you have that whole, some guy just put himself in a cryo chamber, and now he's not doing anything for the rest of the game. So here's your co-op, solo co-op mission cards. And then what are we going to get? Your attack. Here's your prime bloods, and then your events for your prime bloods. So that's what we're going to have in this deck here. All right, so there you go. Pause it if you want to look at them a little bit closer. Okay, I'll try to give you a second to pause on them. I'm just going to kind of glance down. I'm looking at all this artwork. But all I know is, oh man, every one of these, they have 3 different options. I don't know if you're choosing what options each time, how that's going to play out. All right, so it looks like we're in our attacks right now. So adult, drone, the queen are going to attack, what you're going to do. So they definitely changed up the look of these a little bit. Okay, which is not a big deal. They all look really nice. Just a scratch. I mean, if you can survive with just a scratch on these guys, that's not that bad, right? And these are your solo co-op, okay, mission tasks is what these are. All right, a couple more of those, and there's your last one there. Okay, those all look really, really great. Okay, now this last set of large cards that we're going to have, this I'm guessing is going to be our action cards. Looks like we're also going to probably have our character cards as well. So yeah, there's all of our action cards. Yep, this is all action. All right, and then we'll figure out which ones are going to be for the characters when we get to them, because we'll probably see like, here's your contractor cards and stuff like that. So, all right, you know what? I'm going to actually cut this in half because there's a lot of cards here. All right. Oh no, this is recon. So this is for the recon character, it looks like. All right, and we know a lot of these characters all are going to utilize some of the same cards. See, here's your heavy gun operator. They have their few specific cards going to be a little bit different, because a lot of them will have rest or search, which is going to be the same. Here's your combat engineer. All right, here's your officer. Don't mean to drop that. Fire at will. Okay. And his search course, stay calm. And then we got your medical support. Always good to have someone that can do field repairs. Okay, we got our contractor, our consultant. All right. And then we have our contractor. All right, and let's just see if let's finish off those. Contractor, consultant again. All right, and then we're going to get a lot of those others. So, all right, let's stick those. That's not going to fit, but this is going to be all of the rest of you never know what it's going to be. Is it going to be a good card? It's going to be a bad card. It's going to be a contamination card. Okay, let's put those there. Let's put those there, and those right there. Okay, that's going to cover that. Now, let's go into the small cards, and let's see what we have on the small cards. Okay, we're getting closer, folks. We're getting closer. Now, I don't know if you're still with me or not, but whoo. Okay, so we have the Queen health cards. Okay, and then it looks like we're going to have all of our items. So we're going to have our health items. We're going to have some supplies. Okay. Oh, and naturally, these ones here are all sideways. So hopefully they put them all together. So I know we got the fire extinguisher. Here, let me see if I can do this. Let me get rid of half these cards. These are the hardest ones for me to show. So we got the fire extinguisher. All right, we're going to get several of those. We got the robot controller. All right, and then we're going to have our duct tape. So there's a good look at that duct tape. Our oxygen tank. All right, phosphates. There we go, more phosphates. Okay. And then we're going to have some tools. All right, and that looks like it's going to be pretty much it for those. We're going to have the med kit. All right, we're going to have a heavy oxygen tank. Oh, gain 7 oxygen, so definitely need to track your oxygen in this one. Now, here's your adrenaline injection. So that's the thing with these. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of different items that you're looking for, which is okay, because then you're not constantly, I mean, if there's like so many different items and there's specific ones you're looking for, it just gets really hard to find. The medical stapler, I love that. And the med pack, and then we're going to have the stimulants. Okay. Let's get those in that slot as well. And now these are going to be the Queen Health Prime Blood. All right. There you go. So this is going to be for the Queen. I'm guessing this is going to be maybe damage or something. I don't know. Let's see. Activate the Queen. Place my function in the room with the Queen. All right. So basically everything with the Queen is going to be bad. Okay, so let's take these. I'm just going to put these right over here for right now. And let's go for this last deck. Okay, so here we go. Last deck of cards for this. And I think when I put everything back in the box, I'm not going to quite put everything back inside of this box right now because we know it's not going to fit, because until you start putting all the tiles away and stuff like that, it's just going to be a mess. All right, so it looks like we're going to have some robot cards, some support equipment, and whatnot. All right, we're going to have our serious wounds. All right, let's put those outside. All right, and this should be the last of our items. This is going to be our main military items. Military tasers can be like our weapons. Okay. We got a remote detonator. All right, and here we go. And this is the important thing right here, ammo. Ammo is so important in this game. Oh my gosh. Okay, anti-aircraft codes. I'm really excited to see how anti-aircraft and all that works. Exploring drone, got your flashbangs, grenades, and then personal log codes and a portable barrier. Well, that's cool. I like that portable barrier. All right, put him there. All right, we got our serious wounds, which as you can see is going to do bad stuff like your eyes, +1 to all your shoot skills. I'm not sure with these, maybe you're tracking different damage on them. Got all your hand stuff, your arms. All right, your legs could take damage. All right, your knee, ow, pop out a knee. Don't do that. Your guts, and if you're bleeding. All righty, and it looks like one more stack. We got our robot cards and our other character cards. So here's support equipment. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be our character cards and what they can actually do. So it's like, here's your heavy gun operator, character item, and they'll probably have, this is the items that they can get. So each one of these is going to be for the different characters that you can actually play. Bulletproof vest, little handgun. Some of these may be starting items. Some are just ones that you might have to unlock. Biohazard armor. Perimeter security. Very nice. Gatling gun. I do love the artwork in this. Okay, are we still in the character? Well, now we're in the support equipment now is what we are. Heavy armor. The hand cannons. Oh yeah, security system control. Hope you guys can see these okay. Tactical armor. Tactical hatchet. Sonic gun. Oh, utility vest. My hand's running out of room to hold all these. All right, the military robot, medical robot. A lot of robots in this one. And your exploration robot. And there you go. And that is all the cards. Okay, so let's put those right there. And we should be good on that. So that pretty much covers everything that's going to come inside of this. I'm going to actually leave a couple of these out because I got to figure out how these things go. But they're all going to fit in there. They were all in there, so I know they're going to go back in there, and this is going to go here. Okay, we'll end up getting all of our tiles. We'll get all of our cards put in here. This actually is pretty cool. This looks like it's a little tray that you're going to pull out, and this is what you're going to actually use during the game, and then you can just put it back when you're done. I like that. Okay, so let's put this down back on the bottom. We're going to take this, we're going to put it back on top. All right, and we know all the other stuff I've pulled out that is off to the side that you can't see but the edges of. All right, I am really certain that this whole box is going to sit totally flush, just like this. Okay. All right, and maybe what I'll do is when I'm done, I'll put everything in the box and we'll see if we can get some images and pictures of what everything looks like when it's in the box. Excuse me. All right, put that off to the side. Now what I want to do, I got some stuff off to the side over here. Let's pull out the stretch goal box, because the stretch goals, that's one of the cool things I do like about this game is you get some really unique, really interesting stretch goals. You get some new characters to play sometimes. Just add new cards you're going to add to it. Just really good stuff. And so I'm excited to see what is actually in this stretch goal box. All right. Now, looks like in here we're going to get the biochemical expert. And they're going to have their little tokens and a little standee. Okay, hopefully we get a miniature for that. So we'll find out. And then here's your contractor rule sheet. So we'll have to go through that and see how all that plays out. The Insider expansion rulebook. All right, so here's some components for those. All right, there's your Insider. Now we got the Neoflesh Cult expansion rulebook. So it looks like definitely a couple little expansions in here. Setup, your intruder setup. Okay, the main rules. I do like playing some of these off ones. They're actually really fun. All right, now we're going to get, looks like a couple tile boards. Let's see what these boards look like. All right, see if we can get this opened up. Okay, get that plastic. There we go. And what do we have here? Oh, there we go. Another one of these little, the queen is on the map boards. This looks like it's probably gonna be a little different based on whatever the baddies are gonna be in this one. So we'll put him off to the side over here. We got our contractor sentry, our contractor hacker. Place dead character tokens here, or looks like maybe, or absorbed bodies. There you go. The lab rat and the survivor. We recognize those. There you go, your janitor mechanic. All right. Oops. The little tokens are trying to fall right out of the boards. Okay, and there's your pilot and your scout. You want to bring them guys back. There you go. And then it looks like we're going to have a whole bunch of little tokens. So we got the crawl mine. What do we got? The mother brain, the slasher, the twitchling. Very cool. And there's what your backside of those looks like. Very cool. All right. Now let's turn this sideways and let's see what we have. Okay. Get that little guy out of there. Okay, if I can pull this out. Oh, there we go. There's probably the little miniature that we needed. Okay, for our new little expansion person. Really cool. Why, I like it. Okay, it looks like it just kind of fits in its own little tray all right there. Now, there's going to be some new characters or new baddies. Very nice. Again, looks like those three are the same. Looks like all of those are going to be the same. Then we're going to get, oh, there's our, look at that. There's your first player token, man. There's your little space guy. Okay. Got a little character right there. Really cool. And then this big chunky funky dice. Wow, look, you get a little cap face right there. Wow, there's going to be like some little hidden Easter eggs inside of this I'm going to have to go looking for. All right, now, if we pull this up, oh my. Okay, so it looks like we have this piece will come out. And let's see, holy crud. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, well, just look at what he looks like. Oh my gosh. That is nasty looking. Holy crud. Okay, let's put him back in there. And looks like we're going to have even more baddies again. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that came in this one. Look at that guy. All right, I hope this is focusing again for you. And they all look the same. Okay. We'll just put them in there. There's no paint or anything on them, so not a big deal to me. We'll have to get these ones definitely a wash for sure. They'll definitely look a whole lot better. Okay. Have to do some different colors. So that's one of the things. You wash them all and they all have the same look. But boy, I'll tell you what, you know, the younger ones were a different color than the other ones. And you can tell which ones were the adults or whatever, just basically by the color of them too. So that's one of the things that I want to do. All right, and there you go. He's kind of really goofy looking. Put him down in there. And there we are. Oh yeah, look at that, man. He's got like a laser gun on his tail. It's actually really cool. And what's this last one right here? Oh, there's a couple things in here. All right. We got these little tiny little guys. Oh man, those are cool looking. Just little bitty ones. Let's pull this bag out. And are these going to be the same? Maybe the same thing, just a different sculpt. I don't know. Yep. Oh wow. They're I have no idea what that. I couldn't even begin to comprehend what this thing probably is. But wow. All right, put him right there. Okay, so what are we gonna get? We have a ton of cards. This is way more cards than I expected here. So we have the character item, your personal defense weapon, for that one character. Now let's see what is in this deck of cards. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. So much, so much. I love it. All right, so what are we going to have? Pick Scout. This is going to be like for your drafting. Okay, so we got these on the back side, so I can't tell what they are for the most part. Wow, I have no idea what these are. Okay, so let's separate these out because I want to look at the front and backs of some of these. Separate those out by that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have these guys right here. It looks like a little cultist, no additional rules. And that's going to be the other side. So I don't know what the difference is between the two sides. Okay, no additional rules on this one. But there you go. And that's your little Twitchling. Okay, your Fire Spitter. Got your Ironclad. Your Crawl Mine. Your Slasher. Those are going to go right there. Now these ones, your discard, these might be, the Queen Health Neo Flesh. So these are like kind of like those little damage cards again. All right. And that's going to be all of those. All right. Okay. What else do we have over here? Now we have the Xenobiologist character items. Okay, these are going to be all the character items for the different characters, plus their draft cards. Ooh, almost lost all the cards. So we're going to have all of their draft cards. So you have your mechanic, your pilot, your scout, your lab rat, and you got everything. Survivor, Xenobiologist, captain, scientist, soldier, holy crud. And this is going to be their different items that they can have, that they can get. Okay. So we'll take a look at all those. Yeah, I tell you, what is going to be the best game? Is it going to be this one? Is it going to be the previous ones? The question is, how often am I now going to go back and play the other ones after seeing some of this one? That's the problem you have when they start coming out with newer versions of games that you really like. How often do you still go back and play those older games? I know of the first two Nemesis, I still go back and play them. I play both of them probably equally as much. I really enjoy both. I enjoy them for what they are. I mean, the original Nemesis, I really enjoy it for, its initial layout, its design. It does have some fiddliness to it. And there is some stuff that gets fixed and resolved in the second one, but it's still fun. Okay, now what do we got? Life support, control, A, B, and C. See, play. So I have no idea how these cards are going to work out. So it looks like they have numbers on them for something. And I don't know what the numbers are on these. Place an insider card in a friendly space. And then you're going to flip it over. You got a door control room. So yeah. Is this something that you can actually run through stuff? Is this like spoiler stuff that I'm throwing down right now? I don't know. I'm trying to get both of them on here so that way you can kind of see them as I flip them. It's kind of hard to do. All right. Because there's a lot of these cards. But as you can see, there's a lot. And we've been going so long, I'll tell you what, let's just kind of do this. I'm just going to flip through the rest of these cards because we still have a lot of stuff that we got to go through. And yeah, kind of really want to get through all of it. All right, so let's put him back in there. But the escape, interesting. So, oh man. All right, there was a couple there. You know what? If those are spoilers, you didn't get to see a couple of them. So there's a couple you're not going to know what they are. All right, so we're going to have some new actions. Okay. All right. So we have a whole bunch of new action cards. And these are going to be all the action cards we're going to get for all of our new characters in this one. Of course, the Xenobiologist and all those. And like I said, I'm just going to flip through these ones. I don't know how different they are, if anything, from the previous version of the game. But you can pause and take a look at it and see what they are. All right, got the janitor, the scientist. I do like the fact that you can mix the characters from the older ones and you can put them into this one. And it looks like they have all new artwork for them too, which is really cool as well. Okay, and our captain's our last one. No, pilot's the last one. And there you go, and there's your pilot. Okay, so that's going to cover those. Now, what are we going to have? We got two more decks of cards in here. Now, these look like they're going to be maybe some Kickstarter extras or something like that. I don't know there, because we got some action cards, and we have the character draft card for the Bioenhanced Expert, and then here's your here's the Bioenhanced Expert cards. So yeah, we have to have those, and there you go. Okay, so let's put those right there. Now these are more cards for building the rooms and placing stuff and whatnot. All right, because I'm seeing a lot of those. Plus we're gonna have a bunch of extra cards, which are Lucky Burst Die Roll. I'm not sure what that one's for. But then we're gonna have these, if you pass, some Action Neoflex. All right, so let's go with this on the back side, and let's flip through these. Okay, so getting all our corridors down. I don't know if we're just going to shuffle these in or if we're using these separately. What we're doing, I don't know. All right. There's some, oh man, the artwork on these is just good. And there's so much of it. So much of it. And your snatch card. Right to that. Yeah. All right, so got a miss in there. Hey, all right. I'm happy to see there's like a single miss card in there, so that, you know, you have one card that nothing hits on. Got your Friendly Insider, don't know what that means. And then if you're that player, you're gonna pass. There you go. That's everything for inside of this box. Okay, let's see about getting all this stuff back in here. All right, so it looks like this goes here. I do have a little standee for the one little standee piece that I got. Okay, this is gonna come in here. Let's go ahead and put this right here. Okay, now we do know we have all of these punch boards. Okay, and this little board right here, they're all gonna go right there. See, that's our Nemesis, all our expansion rulebooks. This goes here, and our Bioenhanced Expert. This is gonna be lifted up just a little bit, but that's because we gotta punch everything out. But, whoosh, okay, that's that. Now, all we have left is this right here, and let's see what we're gonna go through on this. Okay, Nemesis Retaliation. Okay, so we're gonna go look at those acrylic pack on that. The acrylic tokens for that, we're gonna look at those as well. Okay, so it looks like we have all of these. I thought I had just my regular ones. I must have put those off to the side somewhere else, which I have no idea where I put them. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so let's look at the Support Squad expansion. What does the Support Squad expansion offer? Now, this is just a different type, just a regular box type thing, okay? It's gonna have a little opening for us. Okay, let's get this plastic off. Okay, now, there we go. We can take a look at what that's gonna, here's all the components are inside, not a whole lot of stuff, but there you go. Okay. So, oh, cool. It's gonna have actually, this is nice. We are still gonna have a little tray, which is gonna be good. Now you got the UAV operator, we got a sharpshooter, and we got some standees for him. Okay, it looks like we also are gonna have some miniatures as well, which is good because I did order the miniature pack. So we're gonna have 2 more little bases for him. Okay, we're gonna have just some more standees, which we don't need to look at. Okay, this is gonna be, I'm guessing, our sharpshooter. Really cool looking there. And, oh yeah, look at that guy. That guy's really nice. Okay, put him back in there. And, oh yeah, check out that drone. That drone is really cool looking. I like him. Okay, and then, looks like we're gonna have our cards. Next, there's only like 20 some cards in this one, so this one's not too bad at all. Okay, so we're gonna have our character draft cards, and then we're gonna have, let's see, here's our UAV operator. All right, take a look at all those cards. All right, and then we're gonna have our sharpshooter. Got him right here. And then there you go, there's your draft cards for those 2 characters. And then we're gonna have our small cards. We're gonna have the gear that they're gonna have. So let's get them all out of here. All right, and there's your sniper rifle and your smart rifle that they're gonna have. Very nice. Okay, so let's put those there. Get these put back in here. And that, yep. Oh, look at that. Okay, I don't know where that one came from. We'll figure out where that one came from. Maybe I got an extra one. Oh, hey, what's this? There you go. There's your component sheet. This was kind of stuck on the inside. All right, so let's put that underneath there for right now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's put the lid on that. Now, let's get that inside. Okay, that should go down, and we'll get that closed up. Put him off to the side. Okay, so we're going to have some acrylic tokens. Acrylic tokens, I will tell you, is becoming one of my favorite upgrades. I just love acrylics. Especially when you're pulling stuff out of bags. Man, pulling acrylic tokens out of a bag is so much better than a little cardboard chunk. So, and I know what the other two games look like. I didn't have them, but I'd seen them and I'd played with them. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, it looks like we're going to have our little 1-2s, our little, I'm not sure what those ones are for, what this token represents, but those actually look really nice. You know, all those, you know, all the cardboard weapons pieces and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, these are just really nice. They feel really good. To be able to use these right now, that cardboard stuff, I like it. Okay, we know the yellow noise, we already have acrylic for that. So we're gonna have acrylic for these. I don't know if these blue are considered for oxygen or whatnot, but these kind of feel just like the yellow ones, maybe just a little smaller maybe. Okay, these are gonna be the same as those 3s, but they're 2s, and these are gonna be basically the same as the other ones, okay? We're gonna kind of skip on those because we've looked at so much already, okay? And stuff is actually starting to look a lot the same. Now, I'm only gonna open one of these because once you've seen half of these, you know what the other half are gonna look like. So there's what your acrylic tokens are gonna look like. So you're gonna have your character on the back, plus you're gonna have its number on it, okay? These, I'll tell you what, I've used the acrylic tokens for Lockdown and for regular Nemesis. Absolutely love them. I cannot recommend these enough, okay? Those look fantastic. Exactly as I would expect them to be. Okay, so let's get those back in their little box. Now, this acrylic pack, let's see what is in this acrylic pack here. Oh, this is the acrylic pack for the, is this for the stretch goals? Yeah, okay, so we may not open this one up all together because it's gonna be basically the same as the acrylic pack we just looked at. We're just gonna look and see what we get. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, it's just gonna be, you're gonna get just your tokens, okay, for your bag. And it looks like you're gonna get those little pieces right there. This is what you're gonna get in this acrylic pack. All right, we're already super long on this one, so we're just gonna kind of skip over on that. And let's just go with that right there. Okay, now, and I forgot to put the lid on that. I'll go back and I'll put the lid on that here in a little bit. Now, the last thing we have is we have the Unsold Stories number 4, and I do have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and these are great for like your little solo campaign. You kind of read through your story, have a lot of fun with it. There's some really good stuff in this box or in this bag. So what are we gonna get in here? We're gonna get a comms room, okay? Looks like we're gonna get a couple more tokens. There you go. Let's see, let's pull these off to the side. Let's pull the book off to the side. Okay, there's your campaign sheet you're gonna get, okay? All right, looks like it's just one-sided. You can see where those tokens have fallen out of here. We also got a safe room. We got some lettered tokens there, so you can see where all that's gonna go. All right, and let's take a look at our cards. Okay. Oh, we are on the home stretch now, folks. I'm gonna move this here over here out of the way. Okay, so what are we gonna have? Looks like we're gonna have some numbered cards for something. So these might be campaign related. Kill the queen is what you're probably gonna have to do. And when the queen is dead, you're gonna go to read something. So these are probably your different objectives or something you have to do, okay, for the different campaign. I'm only gonna show you a couple of these because, I mean, this is gonna be kind of like a little campaign thing and I don't want to spoil it for you. Nemesis Untold Stories number 4, errata. All right, well, looks like there might be a problem with their errata, so there we go. Before we're playing, I'm gonna make sure that I do that. And I'm guessing this is gonna be the errata card, might be an errata card. 206, what is it, 205? I don't know, but there you go. Okay, and so that is everything you're gonna get inside of Untold Stories. Oh my gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, wow, it has been a journey. It has been a long journey, but that is Nemesis Retaliation unboxing with, of course, we got the stretch goals in there. I think I can put that down on the side. I know we have the acrylic tokens in there. You know, we do have this one here. You got to put these in the right direction or they don't want to go down and close all the way. We got the acrylic tokens for the core box there. We do have, this is your support squad expansion. All right. See, if you don't put these in the right way, they don't want to close right. See, it closes easy peasy if you put it in the correct way. So there you go. We got that guy. We have this lid, which goes in here. I'm going to fix that later. We also have Untold Stories. And we have, like I said, mounds of sleeves. So there you go. Whew. All right. Well, I'm exhausted. That was a whole lot of work. I tell you what, let's go back up top and let's close this thing out. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. That is Nemesis Retaliation. That's a lot of unboxing. That's a lot of cards, a lot of tiles, a lot of everything. If you're still with me, I greatly appreciate it. But there you go. We got the stretchables box in. We got the regular box in. We got all the acrylic tokens in. Plus, we got all the support squad expansion and even the Untold Stories. The Untold Stories, I'm actually really looking forward to. I didn't actually open the book on that one just because I don't want to spoil it. It's campaign. If you know anything about the 1, 2, and 3, yeah, I want you to experience that one on your own. I just got to show you the cards and that was it. So there you go. That was it. And man, I am worn out. I hope you had fun. I sure did. Well, thank you once again for joining me today. As always, I greatly appreciate it. If you like this video on YouTube, Board Game Geek, Facebook, or on X, please leave me a comment as well. I'll try to get to those just as fast as I can. I like to hear what you have to say. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. If you like the content I provide here, hit that subscription button and join my family. And also click on the notification bell, and then that way you get notified whenever I drop new videos. I'd greatly appreciate that as well. But otherwise, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. We'll see you later.